Hello Greenbelt 2010, I'm here with Milton Jones and we're going to have a little chat with him and we're going to be in conversation and to find out what he's up to. So, tell us, what are you up to?
What am I up to? Well, I'm talking to you at the moment. I'm at the Greenbelt Festival, obviously, and this summer I'm doing all the festivals in Britain because every town in Britain is a festival these days. I was at Reading yesterday, I was at Green Man Festival the week before, the Guildfest, all sorts of things. And apart from that, I'm writing for a new tour. I'm doing a couple of Mock the Weeks in September, Michael McIntyre Roadshow in September, so lots of bits and pieces to do, but I'm mainly trying to write new jokes.
Excellent. Were the old ones not funny anymore?
The old ones have been on telly, which
okay.
That you have to kiss goodbye to that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's a slightly weird dynamic in that sometimes people come along and go, "Ah, you did the same joke as you did before,"
no.
But then some other people come along and go, "You didn't do the one about the thing that I brought my friend to see." And so, you can't win. So gradually, if you keep on changing them around, it works. But because I do one-liners, they're very short.
Of course.
So I spend all day on a one-liner, and I've got 15 seconds I've filled. And so to do an hour and a half show, it's a lot of work.
So in terms of, obviously you do a lot of television work and a live work, preference between the two, between live and television?
Variety is always the best thing.
Okay.
So radio is great because I can be writing the script until people are coming in. Telly is great because a lot of people see it and then they come and buy tickets to your shows. Live stand-up is the only real place to test out new stuff. Because otherwise, you can kid yourself that something's funny, and it's funny in your head. Right. Unless you try it out on a load of people, you won't know. So you have to still remain sharp, and it's a bit like staying fit physically. You don't keep your timing sharp, of course, then it goes off and it shows. So you need to keep doing live gigs. Okay,
so obviously we'll have a lot of people watching this and a lot of budding comedians and stuff out there who will obviously think you're a pretty funny guy. So any words of advice or inspiration that you could give to people who?
I always say to people, if they're starting out, you should do as much on stage as possible. It's a bit like learning to fly. You've got to do the hours on stage. And also you've got to give it 100%, not for 2 gigs, but for 2 years. And say, this is all I'm doing for the next 2 years. If you've got a job that is more your priority, you won't succeed.
Okay.
You've got to give it 100% and not look at your last gig as being the measure of whether you're good or not.
Okay.
Because you've got to take it over a time frame. I often say this, but it's been compared to learning a musical instrument, except doing all your practice in public.
Right.
And you've got to develop a thick skin to get through all that, trauma. Because even now, after I've been doing it 21 years, that I know in the next 6 months I will be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And maybe I'll be booed off, or I'll be talked off, or I'll just be, be some corporate do where I'm introduced in the loo break and there's a dance floor between me and the audience, and just be wrong. But I've got to live with that.
Of course.
And so the sooner you get used to rejection, the better.
So just before we leave, you tell us one interesting fact about yourself that maybe most people wouldn't know.
I've got a VW camper van.
Excellent.
Vintage. Oh yeah.
Excellent. What colour is it?
Blue and white. We call her Mother Teresa because she's blue and white and old.
Excellent. So, thank you very much for taking this time to meet us.
Cheers.
And this is Greenbelt 2010. Look out for this man. I'm sure you'll see him all over the place coming soon.